Hi everyone, it's Dari, and here's another pick a card for you guys. So this one is a message from your galactic guides. So before we begin, I do have a message for everyone. I am going to be revamping the channel. So if you guys were wanting to purchase any discounted readings or energy healings, next week will be the last time you can do that. I will not be providing this live anymore. It's going to be all private. So if you guys never gotten one, or maybe you were wondering if you should get one or not, I highly recommend that you do that. Again, we're going to be going live on Monday for Mystic Mondays for those readings right after our weekly transit talk, and they will be available on my website www.starryari333.com under YouTube live events, so that you guys can purchase those. You can purchase ahead of time or during the live, whatever you prefer. We're going to begin the live at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 8 p.m. Eastern for Mystic Mondays. And if you guys want to purchase, and this is going to be the last time you can be available to purchase the very discounted energy healing sessions during the live for TOLTEC Tuesdays, you can do so on the website as well. We're going to begin TOLTEC Tuesdays at the same time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, as well as I'm going to be talking about, of course, the weekly Aztec astrology for that. And I am providing a yearly reading on my website if you guys are wanting one, which is going to go in depth with what is coming in for you, specifically for the year 2021. So these are going to be like 12 main cards, and then we're going to choose sub cards for each month, every week, I would say. So if you guys are interested in that and wanting to know what to expect for the year 2021, I highly recommend that you book that reading. It's going to be an emailed one, so it doesn't have to be face-to-face. So go ahead and book that on my website, www.starryari333.com, under the emailed readings section. And I still have some things left over for the holiday season so that you guys can purchase. I still have some bracelets and some candles. And then the last time you guys can purchase those, it's going to be until the 22nd of December. So that's the last time I'll be shipping anything, and the shop will be closed and will be reopening in January. So if you want to go ahead and order that now, definitely recommend that you do, so I could get that shipped out for you. And we do have a USPS delay right now, so anything that was shipped last week is slightly delayed, I believe a day or two. So please bear with that, whoever purchased last week. I apologize for that. It is out of my control, as USPS is having issues with holiday delivery due to lack of manning due to the coronavirus. But you will receive your packages before the holidays. So if you did order last week, you are definitely going to receive them before the holidays. If you're ordering now, you're more than likely going to receive them after the holidays. So that's all I have for announcements. So let's go ahead and start our reading. So as you can see, we have the piles right here before us. This is going to be pile number 1, number 2, number 3, and finally number 4. And so I want you to go ahead and pause this video, connect to your higher self and guides, and ask them which pile will best describe the messages that they have for you today. Alright, so if you chose pile number 1, here is your reading. So let's go ahead and start. So we have, first of all, we have the vegans that are coming in for you for this reading. So the power of sound, to me, this feels like there is something that you are being asked to do here, especially when it comes to your talents. So it feels like you are very much aware that frequency, sound, words, music in itself is a very powerful tool for healing work as well as for motivational work. I feel like the Vegans, because they are of a higher frequency, they were the very first ascended beings within this galaxy and also within their own constellation of Lyra. They've used tools such as these for frequency, upliftment of people's energy from negative to positive, as well as healing work. So the way that it is done, it is through your voice, through possibly using an instrument, through dance, as well as through words. And it doesn't have to be necessarily words that are recognizable, like human language or anything like that. It could be light language that you're transmitting in directly from Vega or from different constellations in this galaxy. But the whole point is that you need to start working with this method of self-healing as well as healing the world with the power of sound. Okay, so next thing is, this is pretty much how you're feeling. You're feeling homesick. You're feeling like you're just not wanting to be here. And again, the power of sound, your vegan guides are saying this can be used to help you uplift your frequency and connect back to the oneness of creation and feel a part of the whole once more, feeling a part of a group consciousness, feeling in tuned with the Earth Mother and, spirit guides and things like that is really, really important for you to really dissolve the blues, really dissolve this mindset of you don't belong, because you really do belong, okay? The reason why you're here is to bring this back, okay, to really manifest this into your reality to benefit you as well as to benefit people around you, okay, to assist them in healing and uplifting their spirits, uplifting their frequency as well, okay? So that is why you might feel a bit melancholy right now. Maybe you're listening to music that makes you feel that way. Remember, at this time, everything that you listen to, especially mainstream, has a tone that is meant to really penetrate your energy field and your mindset, okay? So this tone that they use, and they use this below or beneath the actual, lyrics and the music itself. It's a, hertz energy. They usually use the 420 hertz in everything that they put it in, and this is a manipulative energy. That's why you might feel like when you're listening to something, your emotions change. So it is important for you to stop listening to what makes you feel depressed, anxious, angry, things like that, because it becomes a toxic cycle. So it's important for you to, express your energy in a different way, find something that is more uplifting to get you out of that funk as well, okay? So it's really, really necessary for you, because you're super sensitive to sound, to frequency, to language, to really disconnect and really get back to your soul and really learn more about how you can heal yourself through sound, frequency, and language, okay? So super, super important for you to really do that, okay? Next is show the world the real you. So this is the full moon in Aquarius. So we're having this transitional energy coming in due to the great conjunction on the 21st. But we're also feeling this, and it's all going in Aquarius, okay? So we're also feeling this need to really break free from our shells and really just embrace our weirdness, embrace who we truly are as a soul, and not care so much about what other people think, okay? So this is definitely that push from the Aquarian energy, and it is definitely gonna have you feeling that way even more with the full moon in Aquarius that should be coming in. Or actually we probably, you know, already left that energy in the summer, but needless to say, there is an Aquarian energy behind this push, this feeling that you have within you to really be who you truly are without any apologies. So it's a very rebellious energy because it's necessary for transformation, okay? So if you have a bit of shyness, or maybe you don't really like to socialize as much, or you just don't feel like people are going to understand you because of, you know, your sensitivities, your psychic abilities, you know, your mindset, or you might feel a little bit socially awkward, it's time for you to stop yourself from the fear of being judged or ridiculed or perceived in that manner, and really step up into your true and highest potential, okay? You are here to unite. You are here to work with others. You're here to transform this lifetime for the better, for yourself as well as for others around you. So it's time for you to really step up in that empowerment energy, okay? So finally we have Spirit initiation. So this is going to be a definite shift here. It feels like you're graduating. It feels like you're getting initiated into the path even further, because you're being pushed towards it. You're being asked to really focus on what you desire. You're here for a greater purpose. You're here to assist in the evolution or the ascension of this planet, and however that takes form is perfectly in alignment with your soul's path. Understand this, understand how important you are to the universal puzzle here, to the collective energy here, and it's really important for you to really allow yourself to feel that connection to spirit, to feel the connection to the higher realms, to your guides, and listen with intent to improve your life circumstances, to really step into your true power and path, okay? So this is a very transformative energy that you're going to be walking into. You're pretty much prepared to transition from the Piscean age into the Aquarian age, and this is definitely happening for you rapidly. I feel like as soon as we hit the conjunction energy, you're gonna feel this shift within you, and you're gonna want to start moving forward with planning your life and really working towards connecting in this way to your soul and to your life's purpose. So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. All right, if you chose pile number 2, here is your reading. All right, so we have some aquatic energy coming in, and usually aquatic energy is linked to Sirius A within the constellation of Canis Major, which is the dog, okay, that is right next to Orion. So it's a hunter and it's dog. Okay, so living in the present moment is super important. Your guides are asking you to do that. You might feel like you are stressed out because things are not panning out or working out timeline wise for you in the way that you thought, okay? It is time to stop overthinking, to stop beating yourself up regardless of how everything turned out. It is definitely a time for you to pause and take note of what you do have in your life right now. So it's about shifting from pessimism into gratitude. It's going to be very difficult for you because you're so used to having things really turn out your way. But the universe is asking you to slow down, to really enjoy your time right now. Maybe you've been overworking yourself. Maybe you've been for a very, I would say, a great amount of your time on this earth, as soon as you were of age, began to work, all right? Like you started to get odd jobs here and there as a teenager, and it hasn't stopped. So right now the universe is saying, things that are falling apart is because there's a time for you to reflect on that. It's a perfect time for you to really slow things down and enjoy the time that you have with your loved ones. Okay, we are in the holiday season, so you're probably being told, take a vacation, take those holidays off, stop working, you workaholic, and spend some time with your family. Okay, so that's what the Cetacean dolphins are asking you to do. So here we go. We have trust the timing. So this is very important for you to do. Sometimes you might get a little bit carried away or frustrated because the timings of certain things, such as maybe events in your life that have to do with relationships with others, might not be working well. Or possibly because you're working with others, you have to really give them time to catch up to you. Whatever this is, I feel you have to really allow yourself to go with the flow. I feel like you have to tap into an air energy within yourself. Possibly there might be a placement in your natal chart that can assist you with this, to really allow yourself to flow with what comes in, to allow the other person to catch up, as well as to be and go with their, I would say, with their timing too. It's all about compromise here, okay? It's all about really letting go of the reins and letting someone else take care of everything else, okay? And this is very difficult for you because you do like to be in control, because you do have this mistrust of people and you have been proven over and over again that sometimes it is very difficult to trust people because they just don't have, I would say, the right timing, or they just don't know how to do things for you. So it is important for you to really express yourself too. And if you want something done, let them know, hey, I want something done and this is your deadline. Okay. So here we go. We have the new moon in Taurus. So the new moon in Taurus is all about, patience and perseverance. Taurus works step by step when it comes to creating a path towards wealth, towards stability, towards abundance. So it is important for you, if this is a monetary thing or even involves money or a relationship, it is super important for you to really enjoy, the present moment, really slow down and take consideration of everything that you're doing here and what you're trying to build. It's all about being mindful. It's all about being in the present moment and planning things out without stressing over whether or not your timeline is going to be met. Okay? So this is definitely a positive card telling you that everything is as it should be. Just have patience, okay? Moving on. So here we go. You had manifesting. So this is union. So union is coming. So if it is involving a partnership, a relationship, either platonic or romantic, don't worry, it is heading in that direction. Again, be in the present moment, enjoy life for what it is and how it is right now, because it's going to completely transform soon. Okay, you're not going to be in the same situation as you are right now. You're definitely going to be moving forward with your life as these cards indicate. So take advantage of connecting and being mindful and asking your guides, especially the cetacean dolphins, to really assist you with bringing yourself some patience and, helping you to really sit into the present moment and enjoy the holidays with your family and enjoy, what you have at this time. Okay. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. All right. If you chose pile number 3, here is your reading. Okay. So we have incoming, the guides that want to work with you are the Syrians, and these are actually coming from Sirius B within the constellation of Canis Major. So Canis Major is the star, or the dog star, that is right next to the Hunter Orion. Okay, so if that's kind of confused where this is at, that's where it's at. Okay. So you have creative communication here. So we do have a lot of need for this to happen around this time, especially communicating your own personal belief system, or even how you perceive the world around you, to include spirituality. To me, the Syrians are one of the most powerful wizards and magicians, or witches, high priestess, high priest out there. And so if you are wondering about or wanting to connect to the mysteries, or even having some type of training here, they're also shamans, then it's very important for you to connect with your Syrian guides, because everything that they are, or what I've described about them, is pretty much you. So if you are ready to become who you truly are for this lifetime, I highly recommend you work with your Syrian guides. They are definitely going to assist you with the magic within you and revealing that to you, as well as any information that you need regarding your gifts. Okay, so very important work that needs to be done. So moving on, here we go. So they say that your life is a canvas, meaning that you can do anything and everything at the same time. It doesn't matter what direction your life takes, what choices you make. Everything is as it should be for your soul. You have done this numerous times. Like a lot of people forget that when they come back to this earth, they come back to both remember and to really finish things that they didn't finish in the past lifetime. This is a schoolhouse of the soul. This is for your soul's evolution. And so to me, when I see this card, this means that your soul at this time, because it's already done a lot of things prior to this lifetime, you just got to remember them, of course. You have freedom to choose now your path for this lifetime. You have freedom to both work as a spiritual practitioner, as well as create something that is long lasting. Even if you don't want to do that and you want to go the traditional route, meaning that you want to be in a career that makes you money and things like that, that's perfectly fine. Whatever you're choosing this lifetime, it's pretty much, anything goes, okay? Like, I know a lot of people are like, what? That is insane, because we have to have, a certain, criteria that we have to meet, and our soul needs it and things like that. To me, when these this card in particular appears, it's kind of like your soul is here to learn, to really engulf itself in the material world and really take whatever path it needs to take to learn more about being human, okay? And how to incorporate spirituality into this reality too. And again, like I said, however that works for you is perfectly fine. If you rather have traditional, pathways, meaning that you're just going about your life and doing as much work as you can, learning more about different cultures and things like that, and then incorporating your own insight into it, then that's perfectly fine. You don't have to lead a life like a monk where you're in solitude and fasting and things like that. That's, if you want to, that's fine too. But again, it doesn't have to be one or the other. It could be both incorporated into one life path, okay? So that's what it is. It's like being creative is important, especially because when you are creating the life that you desire, you need to tap into that flow of the mother goddess that is the creator flow, meaning that she is the one that propels you into the ideas, into the, artistic mindset, into manifestation. And then of course you have the creator energy that's dual. You have the mother goddess and then you have the father god. Father god will assist you with really moving you forward with these ideas, with really anchoring them into this material world and taking action on them. Okay, so if you use both of these things, then you can definitely build a life that you desire. You might not have a lot of information as to what direction you want to go to at this time, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to take a little bit of time and think things through. It's okay to not rush things because we are in that conjunct energy. You are feeling that Capricornish, wanting to build something new energy because we are transitioning into Capricorn season from Sagittarius season. So it is important for you to take advantage of these energies and just sit with yourself and ask yourself what you're passionate about, what do you like to do, and what can you do for the rest of your life. Okay, so that's what that'll assist you with. And of course, connecting to your Syrian guides to give you a little bit more insight as to where you've been or what you've done before or what feels more natural to you will be very beneficial for these questions to be answered, okay? So, moving on. Conclusions are within reach. So this is all about really understanding that any doubts that you've ever had about your soul's mission or anything like that, any fears about moving forward with a different point of view or a different route to take, it's okay. These fears and these, I would say unwarranted fears more than anything, are gonna come to an end. This cycle of not knowing is gonna come to an end because again, you're gonna sit with yourself, sit with your soul, sit with your guides and ask them for some information so that you can feel more motivated as well as stable enough to make those choices for yourself. Again, like I said, you can do whatever the heck you want, okay? There is no limit. The only limit that you have is your own perception, okay? So moving on, we have the Lady Goddess energy, feminine. So this is what I was talking to you about, the feminine energy coming in. You feel like you have to work with your divine feminine counterpart within yourself, as well as if you do have a divine feminine or someone in your life that represents that wholeheartedly for you, then work with them to really connect with your intuition, connect with your guidance, connect with your emotions, okay? And really understand that the goddess is the one that brings in the creativity, that brings in the she's like a muse. She'll bring you in some insight, some ideas, whatever it is, to use to express yourself, as well as to understand who you truly are as a soul, and even make a plan of action as to how you will, maneuver your way through this material world. So she is super important to work with. Again, we all have divine feminine energy within us. Whether you're a man or a woman, you still have it, as well as divine masculine energy. So it's really important for you to work with this. I also feel like because we did have a full moon eclipse, and it was a solar eclipse actually in Sagittarius season, we are feeling the push or movement forward from the divine masculine, but the divine feminine is the one that actually has the ideas. She's the one that brings in that creativity energy that you need to really think about things thoroughly before you take action, before the divine masculine assists you in that action. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, so if you chose pile number 4, here is your reading. So the guides that are coming in for you are the Lyrans, and you got arrogance. So to me, this card represents unwillingness to see someone else's point of view, or possibly feeling like you have to be right and other people are absolutely incorrect. So because of this energy, you might have trouble with really seeing the truth for what it is, or you might feel like you're being pushed or forced in so many ways to comply with another person's point of view, or what they're, to meet their needs. Or you might feel like you're being controlled by someone who has this energy of arrogance and is not willing to compromise with you, or not willing to see your point of view. So this situation is definitely a mirror effect. Okay, so it can be that pretty much it's just a lesson to be learned here, okay, on both sides of the aisle here. It can be that you guys are mirroring each other because there is a deeper rooted issue here, okay? It can be that it's time for you to do a little bit more of the shadow work that needs to be done in order for this situation to come to a peaceful conclusion. Or even if you feel like you don't need to do shadow work, then that's where this comes in, okay? So it's an unwillingness to compromise, an unwillingness to change for the better, an unwillingness to do the work, okay? So whatever's happening in your life, whoever is mirroring this, you have to ask yourself the question as to why this is happening. It is not about feeling like a victim. This is not where we're at right now, okay? It is all about really learning what you need to learn from these interactions. Really be willing to find the wisdom within them, okay? Yes, their emotions are high. Yes, a lot of people believe that they're right and other people are wrong. And again, that's perception. But we have to look at things in the whole person concept, or the whole, okay? What's really going on around you? Look at the bigger picture here and really try to find the truth of it all. And it might not be the truth that you want, but it's the truth that you need, okay? So the Lyrans are really good with working through things like this because they've done it before. So this card also represents, the struggle that the Lyrans had with differences in dogma, differences of opinion when it came to what ascension was, what spirituality was, and instead of focusing on looking within, they were trying to find the answers outside of themselves, trying to control spirituality, and it went horribly wrong for them for many, 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 many times. Okay, like I would say years, thousands of years before they were able to finally shut up and sit down and look within. Okay, and so that being said, because they've done this before, they can assist you with what's going on in your life that is bringing this information up. Okay, so moving on. So knowing that you're not for everyone is really important, and this is how you can detach, and this is how you can see the bigger picture. A lot of us, we feel like we have to be right, or we feel like people have to like us, and that's not true. No one has to like you. You just have to be comfortable with yourself, okay? You just have to know that what you're doing in your life is benefiting yourself as well as others around you, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about it, okay? If they are outsiders looking in, then they don't know the full picture, therefore they have no say and no weight on how you perceive yourself or your situation, okay? So it is super important for you not to fall into that pattern of self-pity because no one likes you, or it's super important for you not to be drawn to or manipulated by people's, point of view, meaning that maybe they're trying to tell you, oh, you're such a horrible person for doing this or that, and then you feel like, oh, I am a horrible person, then I should go apologize when there is nothing to apologize for, okay? But you also have to see what's really going on here with this dynamic. Maybe there's something within you, again, a mirror effect within you, that you are beating yourself up, and then it's coming into fruition, or it's manifesting through the interactions with these people and how they perceive you. So you're kind of like pushing that out there, and because your soul is asking you to look within and to clear this and to heal this about yourself, and stop judging yourself, stop beating yourself up, okay? So whatever's going on, again, like I said, the Lyrans can assist you with this, can assist you with getting to the root cause of it so that you can heal it, okay? So here we go. We got the waning moon. And so what do you need to release? That is super important during the waning moon. We actually have a waning energy right now. And so this will be very beneficial for you to sit with yourself and ask, what is it that I need to release right now? Ask your Lyran guides to come in, and whatever you feel that needs to be done, then go ahead and do it. I would say the first thing that pops in your head is the answer, and trust it, okay? Don't doubt yourself on that, because you should know yourself way more than anybody else in this world, even way more than a psychic. You should know yourself, and you should know what's truly happening internally that is making you face these shadows externally. And like I said before, it's a mirror effect. People that come to you with this type of attitude, they're kind of mirroring what's within, okay? What needs to be healed within. They're kind of showing you through these interactions, it's time for you to take a little bit of a break and sit with yourself and be with yourself and nurture yourself and heal yourself, okay? And cut people out, If this is happening online, stop going online. If this is happening within your family, take a break from them. If you can't take a break from them, then just say, you know what, at this time, I need time for myself. And, go shut yourself in your room and just be like, I need a breather. I need to, or go out for a walk or for a drive, whatever it is, take time for yourself. Don't let them bombard you constantly, because you need to refocus your energy, okay? So that you can do this work. So, moving on. So, scrying mirror shadow. So like I said before, this is the mirror effect. So for scrying purposes, I always recommend people, if you just don't know what's going on or you feel confused, I always recommend that you ask your higher self or guides here for some insight, or even writing it down will probably help you release it too. Like if you're feeling emotional, if you're feeling like you can't express yourself because you're constantly hitting a brick wall, maybe the people around you are constantly making you feel this way and you just don't know how to communicate it, or you're tired of arguing, scrying would be beneficial. Getting a mirror and just sitting there and just, you know, staring into it, or even allowing yourself to I would say it's kind of like a self-hypnosis thing, where you allow yourself to just flow with whatever comes in, whatever images pop in, whatever feelings come in. If you need to write it down, then write it down. If you need to draw it out, then draw it out. Whatever happens, just let yourself flow with it, because the whole purpose of this is to really uncover the truth of why this is going on to begin with, okay? And doing this work is going to be super beneficial at the end of the day, because then you'll be able to really understand yourself better and really understand the dynamics that you have between yourself and others, and look at the bigger picture here and detach from that, okay? And not meaning that you're ignoring it, it's more or less detaching from outcome, detaching from reacting, instead of actually, you know, doing the work that needs to be done, okay? So like I said before, highly recommend that you work with your lion guides, because they've done this before, they've been there, done it, have the fucking t-shirt, so so they can help you with this. You know, this is a mirror of duality here. This is what this world is all about, is a dual force, a dual energy, and it's time for us to balance that within, okay? So that's all I have for you guys. I hope this helps, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.